this chapter was kinda mid. So last week's chapter, we had Sanji grab Vegapunk while trying to run away from Kizaru. Kizaru stabs right through Vegapunk, exactly in the same wound where Saturn stabbed him. Some people actually think he cauterized the wound, but I don't know, I'm not so sure. It is One Piece though, so fake deaths are very common. In fact, Vegapunk seems to have actually died last chapter. We literally see a heartbeat monitor sort of stop at the end of the chapter, with Vegapunk leaving behind a message to the whole world saying he's about to reveal the truth of the world. So this week's chapter has quite a bit to live up to, and the whole community's been anticipating this chapter like no other, with most people thinking that the name of the ancient kingdom is about to be revealed this chapter. But unfortunately, it's one of those chapters where Oda did not exactly deliver. The expectations were quite high last week, I will say that, but can you really blame the readers with an ending like that? Now before we get into it, you like One Piece? We do One Piece. Hit that like button, it's free. Share with a friend, leave a comment. I'll press that subscribe button, it's also free, and you'd help push my small channel and algorithm. And for those who came over from Commissioner Dynamo, welcome aboard. I cannot thank you enough for being a part of the first 1000 subs on my channel. It really means a lot. Now back to the video. Now this chapter can actually be summarized quite easily. It's quite the simple chapter. Luffy in his Gear 5 giant form grabs Kizaru and Saturn as seen at the end of the last chapter, then he turns the both of them into pancakes. Regarding the cliffhanger with Vegapunk revealing the truth of the world, unfortunately nothing came out of that in this chapter. All Vegapunk did is announce to the world that he needs 5 minutes to have it ready, telling people all around the world to ready up their video transponder snails, or Dendenmushi, whatever you want to call them. So yes, essentially we got finessed by Oda. This is kind of a filler chapter, even though I don't like to call them that. I'll be honest here, I am disappointed. Like, I'll be the first to praise Oda when it's actually a good chapter, but this really left me wanting more, and not in a good way. Like, with the way the last chapter ended, we were all expecting a big revelation this chapter, but instead last week's chapter finished off with announcing that there's gonna be a big revelation, only for this chapter to remind us that there's gonna be a big revelation. Like, Oda, is that really necessary? Like, the only other thing worth mentioning from this chapter is that Saturn proceeds to summon the rest of the 5 elders onto Egghead Island. Like, if this was any other chapter, this would be a huge deal and everybody would be talking about it. It would probably be like a 10 out of 10 chapter, but considering the implication and the fact that Oda teased us with this whole revelation that's supposed to come, only for him to not deliver this chapter, I'm just left with a bad taste in my mouth, and I'm not as impressed with the fact that like the Gorosei themselves showed up on the island. Like, I really would have preferred seeing what that revelation would have been. It is what it is. With every passing chapter of Egghead Island, I'm left wondering, what the hell are the rest of the Straw Hats doing? Robin slept through half of this arc. Nami, Usopp, and Chopper were basically non-existent for like most of the arc, maybe briefly providing filler commentary here and there. Zoro's been basically fighting Lucci for like half of the arc at this point, with no signs of him finishing anytime soon. And what the heck is Dragon doing? How do you explain him missing out on all of this? Especially after his dear friend Vegapunk warned them that he was about to get killed. Mind you, Dragon wanted Vegapunk with the revolutionaries, especially knowing that Vegapunk has all of this very important secret information on the world government. But no, instead of Dragon pulling up to rescue his dear friend Vegapunk, he's probably over there reading a newspaper somewhere, only to be shocked by the result of his inaction. Anyways, I don't mean to turn this into a Dragon rant. With the way this chapter ended off, we basically have Luffy versus all of the Gorosei. Luffy, who is in his sun god Nika Gear 5 form, and what I'm personally predicting is that Luffy's Gear 5 form is gonna run out right as the Gorosei arrive, and we're just gonna have a depleted Luffy vulnerable with the Gorosei. Who knows, this might be their opportunity to kidnap him and bring him to Imu or something, maybe put him up for execution. Either way, this was a filler chapter in my opinion. It could have been an extra page that was added to last week's chapter, but it is what it is. I'll probably just give it like a 7 out of 10 or something like that. At the end of the day, it's not a bad chapter. But if you like One Piece, we do One Piece, so hit that like button, it's free. Share with a friend, leave a comment, help press that subscribe button, it's also free, and you'd help push my small channel in the algorithm. But besides that, the common question of the day is, do you think that the Gorosei are gonna kidnap Luffy? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, like, share, and subscribe, and have a good one.